Let me quickly talk to you about Destiny Mastercard. So here is an in-depth review. And the cool thing about this card is that it allows you to actually build your credit, but it does have some cost. So in today's conversation, I really want to talk about everything you need to know and decide whether or not Destiny Mastercard is actually the card for you when it comes to your credit building efforts. So here's an overview I really want you to pay attention to. So when you think about the Destiny Mastercard, there are several versions, and you got to really think about which one you really want to qualify for. And before even qualifying, you need to think about pre-qualifying. So there are, based on our calculations, more than 12 to 15 iterations of the Destiny credit card that differ in terms of fees, credit limits, APRs, and availability. I guess this is just a way for Destiny Mastercard to make money and actually appeal to different audiences. Okay, so the thing here is that each version of the Destiny Mastercard is identified by a number in the 200s, and you can only pre-qualify online for two cards, 201 and 209. If you want to pre-qualify, let's say via snail mail, USPS mail, they'll have to send you a pre-screen offer. And the thing is that you also have to think about the fees, because the main difference between a Destiny credit cards is the fees. If we take, for example, the 201 and 209, the annual fee is different. So for card 201, it's $75 in the first year and $99 thereafter. For card 209, the annual fee is $59. So either way, the annual fee is assessed upon account opening, but you can actually get it back if you close the account and haven't made any transactions with the card. By the way, boss, welcome back to the show. Really appreciate having you here. And in today's conversation, I'm quickly giving you everything you need to know about the Destiny Mastercard. So the first thing is there are several several versions of the Destiny credit card. The second thing you need to really understand here is that the annual fee is not the only fee you may owe. So if you were to go with the Destiny Mastercard, you'll have to pay attention to other fees and make sure that you don't have those fees at all. Okay. So you have over limit fees. And you also have monthly fees. So this is kind of crazy. We hate that, but hey, listen, Destiny still does that. So they will charge you something like $5 to $10 a month just to have the card. But hey, it is what it is. If you are a subprime applicant, you have to pay a little bit before graduating into another card. The third thing I want you to remember when we think about the Destiny Mastercard here is that, they will give you a small credit limit. On top of that, they'll be really restricting you. So for example, let's say Destiny Mastercard, they give you $300 as a credit limit, and they are just deducting $75 annual fee. Think about it. This is crazy. But hey, listen, once again, this is a credit card issuer who's thinking that, hey, listen, I am addressing a subprime market, so I need to really cover my ass. I need to really mitigate risk. So if they give you $300 and they just withdraw $75 in annual fee, you only have, in essence, only $225 as credit limits. So those are things I want you to really think about. Okay. And the thing here is that other credit cards for bad credit may feature more spending power and no annual fee to worry about. So, for example, if you take the Pedal one that we have covered on another show, the Pedal one, no annual fee, Visa credit card, that card has a maximum limit of $5,000. Think about it. $5,000 versus the $300 that the Destiny Mastercard is giving you. There's just crazy. And when you think about the Destiny Mastercard, rewards are possible, but probably will not outweigh the card's fees. You have a 1.5% cashback rate. This is decent. We've seen better, but it is what it is. It's decent. However, when you think about the monthly fees, when you think about the annual fees, and when you think about the fact that the credit limits, the initial credit limit is so little, you're not going to be able to spend as much as you would like to be able to generate decent cashback revenue. So this is what it is. We believe that Destiny Mastercard really has to raise the limits, because honestly, $300, $500, this is very low, even in the subprime market. So this is what it is. Now, another better option might be the zero annual fee Capital One Quicksilver Secure Cash Rewards credit card, for example. Because this Destiny Mastercard is unsecured, this is why they're just charging like crazy. And the thing is, when you think about all the fees and all the restrictions, it's just a lot better to take your cash and just have just open a regular secured account. That way, you know that this is your own money, and they're not going to slap your ass with so high fees anyway. Now, the thing I want to say here is that it's not all bad news, though. I mean, to be fair, the Destiny credit card has some positive qualities because, I mean, on this show, we are very fair. We criticize a lot, that's true. But when credit is due, we give credit because it's a relatively easy credit card to qualify for, even if you have limited or bad credit, or even if you have a prior bankruptcy. This card, the Destiny Mastercard, you can qualify for it very quickly. So if you are unsure of your approval odds, you can fill out a pre-qualification application to see which, if any, of the Destiny credit cards are available to you. And so there is a specific website where you can actually enter your information, and you'll get all the details, everything you need to know about. And so through the pre-qual process, you will learn the annual fee, APR, and other terms of the cards before you officially apply. Because as I told you, there are several versions of the Destiny credit card. So depending on the version that you might qualify for or you might pre-qualify for, then you see the fees, you'll see all the conditions. And one thing for sure is that pre-qualification does not affect your credit scores. However, submitting a formal application will trigger a hard inquiry, which may lower your scores, albeit temporarily. And because it is an unsecured MasterCard, you will not need to tie up hundreds of dollars in a security deposit and can use the card virtually anywhere. Okay. So what I'm trying to say here is that, I mean, I started by telling you the fact that the card will charge you like a crazy high fees. That's true. But there are other ways to look at the card too. So you have a two sides of the same coin. And the good thing is the Destiny card also reports to the three major credit bureaus. So you have Equifax, Experian, and TransUnion. So the thing is that even if you have bad credit, very, very quickly, you'll be able to, let's say, rise again from your quote unquote ashes and get a decent FICO score. Let's say 6 months. And once you get your decent FICO score, just go get another card. Go get a Pedal One. Go get a Pedal Two. Go get a Capital One Quicksilver or Capital One Platinum. Let me give you the details you need to be aware of if you are thinking about. So this was the overview of the Destiny Mastercard. And now I'm going to dig a little deeper here. So if you want to qualify for the Destiny Mastercard, the credit score that you need goes from 300 to 670. So if you have a credit score that is above 670, don't bother applying for a Destiny Mastercard. It's really a loss for you because you can get better cards elsewhere. But if you are in the 300s or the 400s, you will love the Destiny Mastercard. And there is an annual fee, as I said before, that goes from $59 to $99. There could be a monthly fee depending on your geography, the state you're actually applying from. And so the APR is kind of high too. So you are looking at 24.90%. So overall, what I want to say here is that when you think about Destiny Mastercard, I want you to think about an unsecured credit card for those with bad to fair credit. It's unsecured. Okay. And potential applicants are prompted to pre-qualify to see whether they are likely to be approved for the card. And once you have the card, the Destiny Mastercard reports your transaction to all three credit bureaus. And one thing I want to say here is that make sure that you actually, whatever you charge on the card, make sure you have a plan in place to pay it in full every month. Otherwise, you're going to have to deal with a 24.90% in terms of APR. Okay. So, but yeah, it is what it is. And by the way, boss, welcome back to the show. It's really a pleasure to have you here again. And I want to remind you of today's topic. We're talking about the Destiny Mastercard. I'm giving you a review so you have a clear idea of what you're getting if you were to decide to apply for Destiny Mastercard. And I want to quickly talk to you about the pros and cons also. Here are the pros for the Destiny Mastercard. In terms of credit requirement, there is no credit requirement, so you won't need a credit score or even a high credit score for that matter to qualify for the Destiny Mastercard. Those with bad to fair credit and even prior bankruptcies may qualify. And also you have the pre-qualification tool here. So the Destiny Mastercard lets you know whether you are eligible for the card before you apply. So this is kind of cool. What about the cons? Well, you have the annual fee. You have a constellation of other fees, no rewards programs or introductory bonus, and you have a very high interest rates. Speaking about fees, let's talk about the rate and fees so we have a clear idea what the MasterCard is, what Destiny is all about. So first of all, you need to understand when we talk about the Destiny MasterCard, the issuer of this card is called Genesis FS Card Services. They run multiple credit cards for the subprime market, and so in terms of credit needed, bad to fair. And so one thing you need to really understand here is that there is no balance transfer fee here because there's no balance transfer offer here. There will be fees depending on, but this is not the card you want to use to transfer balances. It wouldn't make sense. This is a subprime card. You don't use a subprime card to transfer balances. You never do that. And there is actually a cash advance fee. So that fee is $0 during the first year. After the first year, it's either $5 or 5% of the amount of each transaction, whichever is greater. Okay. But it should not exceed $100. And there are foreign transaction fees that go from 1% to 5%, depending on the geography, but depending on your profile also. So you also have other highlights like what you really have with the regular credit card, because the Destiny Mastercard is a regular credit card when you think about it. It's just a card that is geared towards the subprime community, kind of help people who are having credit problems come back on track. So you have a zero fraud liability for unauthorized user. Like if you have, let's say, an authorized use, Destiny Mastercard will actually cover you. In other words, Genesis will cover you. Not a problem. You actually can pre-qualify before getting the card, so you know whether or not you are clear about your chances of qualifying for the card. And you have also like a nationwide acceptance. So the card is actually accepted anywhere. Of course, we're speaking about MasterCard. So MasterCard is accepted nationwide, but also overseas. So that's not really a big problem. And you can use your card in the app, in store, and online. So nationwide, where MasterCard is accepted. And Destiny will report your payments to all three major credit bureaus. So overall, when you think about this card, I want you to think about a card that you can use for everyday needs. And the card is actually great in terms of helping you build credit and also solidifying your FICO score prospects. Let me talk to you about the rivals of like Destiny's MasterCard rival before we close to this conversation. So we have actually highlighted two rivals that we believe are sort of like they're kicking ass also. We have Credit One Bank Platinum Rewards Visa, and then we have the First Progress Platinum Prestige MasterCard Secure Credit Card. The second card is a secure credit card though, but again, it is so good that I wanted to mention it here. So in terms of the first one, so the Credit One Bank Rewards Visa charges a $39 annual fee. If you remember, the Destiny Mastercard, they will charge you anywhere from $59 to $99. That's what in terms of fees. What about rewards? Now, the Destiny Mastercard credit card does not have a rewards program. Credit One Bank Platinum Rewards Visa cardholders, they earn 5% cash back on the first $5,000 of eligible gas, groceries, internet, and cable purchases each year, and 1% cash back on all other purchases. So here you can see that the Credit One Bank Platinum Rewards Visa is a lot better. You also have the sign-up bonus. So neither card includes an introductory bonus for new cardholders. In terms of benefits, Destiny Mastercard credit card offers protection benefits, including Mastercard identity theft protection and zero liability protection. And Credit One Bank Platinum Rewards Visa, they actually provide cardholders free Experian credit score access and $0 for liability. So you have a wide range of benefits there. What about First Progress Platinum Prestige Mastercard secure credit card? Now, this is a secure credit card, which means you're gonna have to pay something for the credit card issuer to actually issue the card to you. Let's quickly talk about the annual fee, the rewards, the sign-up bonus, and the benefits. So, in terms of annual fee, the Destiny Mastercard credit card charges like somewhere between $59 to $99. For the First Progress Platinum Prestige Mastercard, you have $49 annual fee. In terms of rewards, these cards do not offer rewards programs, and the sign-up bonus, you won't have the opportunity to earn an intro bonus with either card. In terms of benefits, now benefits available to Destiny Mastercard credit card holders include Mastercard identity theft protection and zero liability protection. And First Progress Platinum Prestige Mastercard secure card benefits include access to your credit score and ongoing monitoring from Experian. And I want to close to this conversation by going back to the original question that we asked, which is the fees. See, when we talk about Destiny Mastercard, we got to have a clear idea about the fees that are associated with this card. The reason is that we live in an economy where things are really complicated. I mean, if you have a bad credit score and you're just kind of struggling right now, trying to really bring your life back together, you can actually surround yourself with credit cards that do not help that. And Destiny Mastercard, even though we love Destiny Mastercard, this is based on the fees they're charging, based on the limited, I would say, credit limit they're giving you. They're not really helping you out. Okay, so the question for us is that, okay, is it really worth it? Well, yeah, it is worth it. If you have no other options, this card is great. If you have no other options. Otherwise, try other options. You have Pedal 1, you have Pedal 2, you have Capital One, you have a lot, you have Discover, you have even your own credit union, your own bank. You should try those first. So, so if you have bad credit or you went through bankruptcy and you want to improve your credit worthiness and nobody is accepting you, like no credit card issuer wants to accept your ass, then you might want to go with this player with Destiny Mastercard. And if you don't need to make balance transfers, you also love the card. And if you don't want to use the secure card, also you'll love the card. So overall, the thing here is that when we talk about Destiny Mastercard, you gotta really be clear about how much you need. You have to be comfortable with the fact that you're gonna have to pay, make some payments to the card issuer for many months, because you need to recoup whatever you actually like. If you get the card, right, you are paying like let's say you pay $59, and you got to ask yourself, how long do I want to pay this? Maybe 1 year, maybe 6 months, and then I need to graduate real quick. I want to graduate real quick so I don't have to face this sort of crazily high fees. And this is really important. This should be your strategy from day one. Thank you so much for your attention. Really appreciate it. To this conversation, I want to talk. I spoke to you about the Destiny Mastercard. I gave you a review, so you had the overview, the details, and the rivals. Thank you. God bless you. I'll speak to you another time. But until then, remember, stay marvelous.